All right, what's happening?
What's up? What's up? Doing good, man. Enjoying the fights.
Well, welcome to the
Enjoying
broadcast
fight.
booth.
Thank you for having me.
You train, you've seen Eric train a lot, probably in the last year. Tell us what your thoughts of Eric Arellano.
Man, really quick hands for a heavyweight. Really quick hands. Till he has some experience, a lot of experience in the ring. So I'm excited to see him tonight. He's looking real healthy, looking fast coming out. So yeah, I'm just ready for the show, man.
Albert, what do you see early from the slim down Eric Arellano?
As you see, like, you know, again, like Eric's always gonna like kind of take his time in the first round, kind of feel his opponent out, and see how he can touch him. You know, once he learns where his angles is, he's gonna attack it.
It's a very interesting opponent in Rafael Carolini. His record says 2-4, but as you can see, he's a southpaw, and the word that usually goes along with southpaw is tricky, and a right hand lands from Arellano. We saw what he did with Kevin Torian a couple fights back, kind of used angles, landed some shots. Good right hand again from Arellano.
But again, like when you facing Eric Ariano, Eric is a seasoned fighter. He's only 19, but for him to spend, like I said, like 2 years during the COVID season in the Canelo Alvarez camp, he learned a lot. Like, he learned a lot, and you can see that experience. And so, like, again, he's just like right now, Ariano is just filling him out, and then you're going to see more dynamics like in the second round.
What do you see in the first half of the first round, Ryan?
Eric's just being patient, picking his shots. He's using his jab. Like I said, I just, you know, feel like he's going to continue to fill him out this round. The second round to start to pick his shots. But he is getting to him a lot towards the end of this first round, so just expecting more of that the second round.
Minute to go, just under a minute to go here in round one. Eric Arellano landing a couple decent shots that got the attention of Rafael Carolina early. You see Carolina the southpaw. Tell us some of the things you have to look at when fighting a southpaw, being an orthodox fighter.
Man, me fighting the southpaw, well, of course, the last bit, he was a southpaw, so I was just looking for my right hand a lot, doubling up on the right, might take one up to the head, one to the body, but he's doubling up on that right. Looking forward to the body especially, man. That body shot, right, straight right to the body is wide open, man.
Moment ago, a nice jab snuck through for Carolina.
Yeah, as you can see, like, you know, because you're going to have to go with your weak hand normally, right?
Yeah.
The slapping left hook from Arellano gets through.
Yeah, man, that was a solid round. That was a solid first round.
Yeah, and, you know, say like as the round went on, Eric's going to pick up the pace,
Yeah.
to, you know, like, and try to, like, you know, get him and engage more, and then, like, that's what you're going to see. Even though he's fighting as a heavyweight, and which he will be down to a welterweight, and but he has that power of a heavyweight, and that's why you're going to see it. Even though his opponent weighs about 10 pounds more than he does, you can see a difference with his power and his speed.
Eric Arellano gets first round in, scheduled for 6, our heavyweight main event here on Countrybox.
You know, I kind of like our ring girls' cat suits. Just saying.
Round 2, scheduled for 6. Mark Abrams, Albert Hainsworth, and our very special guest, Ryan Shaw. It's a little bit safer out here, Ryan, than it is in here.
Yeah, it feels good to be on the other side right now, just spectating. So it feels good right now.
I don't know. Like, hey, Ryan, I mean, you seem pretty damn comfortable in the ring when I've been watching you.
Yeah.
Like,
You know,
it's
just
natural.
yeah, just, man, a lot of sparring, a lot of hard training. You know, I trust my trainer, so, you know, that's why I tend to be a lot comfortable in the ring. I know what I can do.
Let me ask you a question, Ryan. How do you think a guy 6'7", 300 pounds, maybe the last name Hainsworth, how would he do in boxing?
He'll be dangerous, man. He'll be dangerous. He's already strong. Got that background in another sport. That's all you need, man. Once you learn the basics, everything cross over.
Double jab and right hand from Arellano. Carolina fighting back now, holding on.
You know, he landed a good solid, like a right cross on Eric that shook him. But hey, it didn't mess with Arellano. So like, see how he advances.
Even though Arellano went the distance twice with Javier Frazier, I think on paper, and we've seen Carolina, this could be the toughest opponent to date for Arellano as Carolina sneaks in a right hand.
You know, and this is good for Eric. He wouldn't have been young fighting a guy that's coming to fight back. You know, it's a good test for him.
It's kind of like your fight last time. Even though you got the knockout, you knew that Vitwai was going to, you know, provide you with something that maybe you haven't seen before, you know, in a sanctioned fight at least. Maybe you've seen it sparring and whatnot. And Carolina trying to flick away. Good right hand from Arellano has Carolina holding on.
You know, one thing that's going to be really good, you know, for Eric is like he's going to be able to go back and look at this film and study like what he needs to get better at.
So Arellano. Jabs from Arellano.
You know, Carolina, like, you know, like score a couple points. Right now he's going to the body.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like, you know, they're not really hurting him, not really hurting Arellano, but like because he's punching him in the chest. But it's like, hey, you're still scoring points. You're still in the fight.
Yeah, but like we said, you know, a couple moments ago, Carolina's a real tricky guy. Oh, good left hand from Carolina. Arellano answers back.
But again, you're going to see Arellano's going to like not going to give you those free shots. You're going to have to pay for it.
Another solid round by both guys. Another solid one.
Yeah, because you know, like Carolina, he came to fight.
Yeah,
you know, he came to fight, and he's a, you know, I think a very up and coming, big, you know, fighter in Arellano. Like, so he's not just laying down.
Very competitive 2 rounds so far.
So one thing I'd like to see from Eric is like I'd like to see some more jabs, like to you know, to keep him off balance. Like, because like Eric has a array of punches, but I think he needs to start leading off with the jab instead of the power punches.
Yeah, set some of those shots up behind that jab.
Back here for round 3, scheduled for 6, Eric Arellano and Rafael Carolina. Arellano trying to land the hard jab early.
Again, it's like I like to see him just like really just punch, not try to sit here like, because I feel like he's want to like kind of knock him out, and I know he wants to do that, but like I want to see like Eric just jab, yeah.
Carolina started boxing at the age of 17, just said he always wanted to box. Spawned a 20-fight amateur career as he tries to sneak in a jab. Arellano lands a good left hook.
Yeah.
And as you can hear, I don't know if in the background, we have Horta, you know, one of his good friends, and also Eric Arellano, like translate. You see something in our interviews that he's talking to Arellano like what to do. And again, it says like he wants him to land more punches, land more jabs before he start like just trying to hit the power punches.
Good right hand from Arellano.
Yeah, what I'm saying is every time Eric comes forward, what's the guy's name?
Carolina.
Yeah, Carolina, he's getting off balance, so I think Eric just has to come forward with that jab and, you know, set all his other punches up behind that, because the guys are getting off balance every time Eric comes forward.
There's some good fighting in the clinch. They fight out of the clinch.
Yeah, I like that, and I think when you piss Eric off, I don't think he's mad right now.
Oh, a big right hand. Hit some glove, but it connected. See some good back and forth action.
And that's the thing. I think I want to see Eric like jab more, you know, because like putting that jab in Carolina's face is going to stop him from like really firing off. He has it. He has the chance to hit the power, but like if you just keep touching him with that jab, it's going to be a total different thing. He's not going to fire off like he is.
Carolina is definitely competitive and came to win tonight.
I mean, that's what we love.
Are you, Ryan, are you waiting for that? I know the last fight was maybe supposed to be like that, but you excited getting that fight? So it's going to happen at some point where the other guy's going to be fighting back. He's going to hit you a few times. You excited for getting a fight like that?
I'm excited for it. It's a couple of guys on the radar. It's a couple of guys that called me out.
Big left hook may have shook Carolina.
Yes, a couple of guys on the radar. A couple of guys has been calling me out, you know. Yeah, so it's a couple of guys on the radar. You know, we're looking at someone's calling me out. You know, I'm calling those guys out. Supposed to fight a guy out of California, Jesus Haro, last year. You know, we got a call or text from them. We looking forward to setting that up sometimes. And Guillermo Gretes out of Texas. He's fighting, I think, March 16th for the NABF title at 115. So we looking at that. So.
Well, you're fighting at 118. Are you married to bantamweight, or is 115 possibly in your future?
Right now you know, it's hard to find guys that really lower weight. So we coming out at 118. Anywhere between 112 and 118, but I can make as low as 105. So I'm comfortable at any of those major lower weight classes. So any guys that are at those major lower weight classes, you know, the WBO champion, Jonathan Bembo Gonzalez at 108, I wouldn't mind setting some up with him.
Round 3 is scheduled for 6. Got Eric Arellano, Rafael Carolina, locked in a very competitive fight early here. I believe Arellano's won the first 2 rounds unofficially, but you know, he's getting some what they call professional resistance. Good left hook from Arellano.
You know, like, because I know he can land the power punches when he needs to, but like I want to see Arellano just like more like a little bit of jab. Like he got to box and not just try to like knock him out. And then like if you can go to the jab, maybe go to the body a little bit. You know, like right now I feel like he's head hunting a little bit more. You know, and then you see like Carolina is like more like hitting the body, trying to gain points.
Carolina was stopped for the first and only time in his career in his last fight back on December the 16th in New York by Fernelli Feliz, a guy who we've seen on Countrybox, very highly regarded prospect who was once ranked #1 in the country as an amateur. Oh, there's good right hand.
Good one. I believe that one hurt him. He hasn't clinched the whole fight.
Corner of Arellano thinks he stunned him.
Well, he definitely did.
Yeah, he hasn't clinched the whole fight.
Yeah, I mean, it's like going to back him up, and then he got a little bit of blood coming out of his mouth, too.
Ryan, when you hit a guy with several big right hands, or I guess that's the shot right now for Arellano, sometimes can that get you off your game plan and get maybe a little right hand happy?
Yeah. Definitely. I looked at the footage from the last fight I had, and I felt like I got a little right hand happy at the end. But yeah, most definitely.
You land some good ones early. You kind of forget about getting back to the basics.
What do you think of like Ryan like things? So you really look at your film that you know from your past fights or what you can do and what you can improve on, yeah?
Yeah, especially the last fight. That was the first time I actually sat down and, you know, kind of watched film on my fight, because that was the first guy I actually, you know, fought that was there to win. So it was just a good experience for me. fighting somebody like that and actually sitting down watching film and just seeing, you know, shots that I missed, me not keeping my hands up on certain, you know, exits. So yeah, it was a really good experience just sitting and watching that.
The important thing is we got a few seconds before the end of the round. How was the commentating of that fight?
It was good. It was really good.
Coming to the end of round 3, we're halfway home in our main event. Eric Arellano and Rafael Carolina locked in a good one in Nashville.
Well, we love to see this right here. Eric is Ariano's in an amazing fight. So yeah, like Ariano is like in an amazing fight right now, and I think this is definitely challenging him like more than he's ever been challenged, which I like. And I think he's gonna look at his fight and see where he needs to improve. I mean, that's what you ought to do. Like it don't matter if you win. It don't matter if you win or you lose. You want to always be better.
We are back, round 4, scheduled for 6. Action picked up at the end of round 3 between Eric Arellano and I believe that's a slip. You get that sometimes. You had the feet of Carolina and the feet of Arellano coming together, even though a punch did land.
Yeah, I was saying a punch did land.
Punch
That's
definitely landed.
like, I mean, I get it, like they kind of trip, but that was definitely a good punch that landed.
Carolina's fine.
Yeah, he is.
Right hook misses.
I think that spot's a little slippery. Eric just slipped a little bit.
Yeah, we might have to make that matted instead of the shiny what it is.
Arellano comes around and lands a left hook.
It seems like the guys are avoiding it.
Carolina lands a brief combination.
Yeah.
Right from Arellano. Good right hand from Arellano.
So like, I want to see like this is when it comes to the later rounds and the conditioning, you know, and the power.
See a jab from Arellano. He sticks out as a range fire. Good left hand from Carolina. This is definitely a learning fight for Eric Arellano as he's taking some shots. Not taking punishment, but he's taking some shots.
Yeah, he's getting roughed up. That's like this is one of his best fights, but you know what? It's like it's not phasing him.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it's too much for him.
Good right hand from Arellano. From the 40 seconds ago here in round number 4.
Because you're not just going to like just go and blaze through everybody.
Yeah.
You know, so like this is a very good learning fight for him.
With a straight left from Carolina.
That's what he's like.
Yeah, that wet spot.
Yeah.
You guys
good time it.
Called that a couple rounds back. Is referee's going to.
Yeah, as much sweat coming off these guys is definitely a little slick. So that needs to be matted a little bit.
Good action. We pick up at the end of round number 4.
Yeah, good action at the end of that round.
So like, you see like, now we see a couple little marks on Eric's face a little bit. We can see like Wendell, or Carolina, or Caroline, or whatever. He's coming in a fight.
Yeah, and believe it or not, man, these fighting guys like Carolina, these are, guys that some fighters run away from. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that Eric is in there, holding his own, it says a lot about Eric.
Yeah, Carolina, he came in and beat one of our guys that was like 2 or 3-0. Again, he just stuck a nice little jab.
Round number 5, Eric Arellano and Rafael Carolina locked in a good one here in Nashville.
One thing right now,
that spot, man.
Yeah, that spot is super slick.
There you go. Go on.
And he's a jab coming in. He's trying to.
Good action with Arellano, trying to press forward. Carolina now giving as good as he's getting.
I got to take a minute and admire the referee's footwork on that last one. I think I was the only one that caught him getting out the way.
He did.
White just misses from Arellano.
Carolina's a physical guy, very physical.
Good left hook, and Carolina holding on. Halfway through round 5. Left to the body from Carolina, left hook from Arellano. Counter right gets through from Arellano.
See, I'm just watching. He's got it. I see Eric. He's the same age as my kids, And I just feel like you want to be in there, not scream at him, but hey, you know what you're doing. You're in a dog fight right now. Let your talent just go right now. Let your talent just go. You know what you're doing. This is where you're training. This is where you're boxing, all the years and everything that you've been going through. This is where it needs to. This is where it comes out right now.
Hitting behind the head, looks like. We come to the end of round 5. Rafael Carolina and Eric Arellano in a terrific, as Ryan saw, action play.
Yeah, that's where we gotta go. Yeah, you gotta keep.
Really good action at the end of that round.
Yeah, absolutely.